Do you get headaches very frequently? Are those headaches migraine? If you want to know answers of all these questions, you must watch today's video because I am going to explain what are migraines, what are the causes of migraines or symptoms of migraines, what are stages of migraines, and what are the triggers which precipitate migraine attacks or aggravate the intensity of migraine headaches, which must be avoided at all costs if you have migraine tendency. To know all these things, watch this video till the end. Hello friends and welcome to your YouTube channel, My Expert Doctor. I am Dr. Shalini Singh Salunke, your consultant physician. Friends, migraine are a lot more common problem than you might think. As per NHS report, every 1 out of 5 female and every 1 out of 15 males are having migraine episodes or attacks. It has a very strong genetic association as well. That means if any of your first degree family relative, that is your parents or siblings, are having migraine, then you have around 50 to 70% higher chances of getting migraine attacks. That means if you are having frequent episodes of headache which you are conveniently linking to acidity, hunger, stress or many other factors, you might want to rule out migraine. So in today's video, we are going to understand what is migraine, what are the symptoms of migraine, the stages of migraine, as well as if you have tendency of developing migraine, then what are the triggers which you must avoid so that you can prevent yourself from migraine attacks and episodes. Also, towards the end of the video, I am going to tell you the red flag signs of headache which you should be aware of, and if you are seeing any of these in yourself, go and visit a doctor, consult a doctor immediately. So let's start today's video. So what is migraine? Migraine is characterized by recurrent headaches which are severe, throbbing or a pulsing sensation, usually on one side of the head, associated with nausea, vomiting or sensitivity to light or sound, lasting for about 4 hours to 72 hours or 3 days, moderate to severe in intensity which might also interfere with your daily activities. Migraines are of basically two types, with aura and without aura. So what is aura? Aura is basically a kind of warning sign which comes before or with symptoms of migraine. Aura are mostly visual, like seeing flashlights, blind spots or zigzag patterns, but sometimes can also be sound or tactile, that is touch related. It begins gradually, build up over few minutes and can last up to 60 minutes. It happens only in few cases. Now migraine attacks comes in stages. So first stage is PRODROME, which actually happens around 1 to 2 days before the main attack. You might experience constipation, mood swings, food aversions, neck stiffness, increased urination, increased yawning. Then comes the second stage, which is aura. It happens only in few of the cases. It lasts for about 60 minutes or so. I've already explained what aura is and what can you experience in aura. Then comes the main attack phase, in which the serious headache with all the characteristics that I have just explained happens. Those are all the symptoms of migraine attacks. Then comes the last stage, which is POSTDROME, which is after the migraine attack subsides, and here you might feel exhausted, tired, confused, and it may last for a week in severe cases. So this was all about the characteristic features of migraine and how to identify the symptoms of migraine. Now let us move on to what are the triggers for migraine attacks. If you have predisposition to migraine, you must avoid these triggers at all cost. Just a little warning, the list is going to be exhaustive, but you must remember each and every trigger and try to avoid them at all cost. So the first in the list is dietary triggers, where we have missed, delayed or irregular meals. Number 2 is dehydration, then alcohol, aged cheese and processed meat consumption because they contain tyramine. Then you have caffeine products like tea or coffee, chocolates and citrus fruits. So these are all the dietary triggers. The second is physical triggers, in which you have tiredness, poor sleep quality, shift work which is irregular sleep-wake cycle, then poor posture, neck or shoulder tension, jet lag, strenuous exercise if you are not used to it. Now third in the list is emotional triggers like anxiety, stress, tension, shock, depression, excitement, etc. Fourth is hormonal, that is sometimes we see that before 2 days before or 3 days after periods, females start having these migraine attacks. This is because of the hormonal changes which happens in their body. Then next in the list is environmental triggers. So in presence of bright lights, flickering screens like TV or computer screens, smoking, loud noises, strong smells, changes in weather, these all can also precipitate migraine. The last is medications. There are certain medicines which can precipitate migraine. For example, sleeping pills, contraceptive pills, HRT, that is hormone replacement therapy, and surprisingly, shockingly, the painkillers, the so-called painkillers, can also aggravate or precipitate migraine attacks. So I know the list is very exhaustive, but you must remember every trigger, because avoiding these triggers is very crucial for predicting and preventing the migraine attacks. So this way you can predict whether you are going to have migraine and take precautionary steps. Now last but not the least, I am going to tell you the red flag signs in the headaches. The first one is an abrupt severe headache like a thunderclap. That means something which you have never experienced before. Second is headache with fever, stiff neck, confusion, seizures, double vision, numbness or weakness in any part of the body, which could be a sign of stroke. The third is headache after head injury. Fourth is chronic headache which worsens with sudden movement or after cough, exertion or straining, because that could be a sign of brain tumor. Fifth is new onset of headache after 50 years of age. So these all are the red flag signs, warning signs, danger signs, which if you see in yourself, rush to the doctor immediately. Remember, understanding the triggers of migraine, avoiding those triggers, understanding the symptoms and warning signs of migraine will help you to protect yourself from migraine as well as stop the migraine episodes in the initial phases and prevent you from agony as well as the non-productive days which follows a migraine episode. So I hope you liked this video. We'll see each other again with some other interesting health related information. Till then, bye.